Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we are taking the rather new PMDG B737-800 for MSFS 2024 and we're going to take it from Oslo all the way down to Nice. The flight time is 2 hours and 54 minutes, so we'll be in flight for a little while. And yeah, I think no, I'm not rocking the Boris sound packs, by the way. I did not buy them yet. Do want to make a video on the sounds without any additions, because I actually do think they're pretty good. I don't necessarily see the requirement of purchasing something I don't really need. So we'll see. But, you know, depending on how good Boris is, maybe I will end up getting it anyways. But we'll see. Again, also with this video, just keep in mind I won't be talking way too much, simply because if I talk right now, I'm probably going to be coughing a lot, and I don't want that because, yeah, for obvious reasons. So just keep in mind I'll say a few things here and there, but I'll keep quiet for most of the time. So I hope you guys enjoy just a hopefully relaxing video on the 737. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with the preliminary preparations.
Catering vehicles are on their way.
Alright, so we did our preliminary stuff. Everything looks good and in working condition. And so I'm happy to start boarding. Looks like catering is still waiting. Yeah, okay, that's the only thing I wish PMDG would get going correctly, and that's perfect GSX integration, just like Phoenix does it, FS Labs does it. In fact, FS Labs does it the best, and pretty much anybody else does it pretty well as well. That automatic doors are automatically open, things like that. But PMDG for decades has never done it, and I will continuously hate on that topic until they actually finally integrate it. So it will forever be probably one of my #1 topics for PMDG. A bit not so fun that catering is going, but you can still board with the catering going. Technically speaking. Alright, we'll continue with the pre-flight stuff.
Gardermoen traffic, blue team 501, ILS 01 right.
For the traffic on the ILS, could you maintain high approach speed onto 4 DME for Nordic 6 Mike Hotel? Thank you.
High speed until 4 DME. Blue team 501.
Nordic 6 Mike Hotel on the localizers, you 1 right, traffic president in sight. Oslo traffic passenger 61 lighting up runway 01 left onto traffic.
TCAS system test, okay.
Alright, pre-flight checklist. Oxygen tested 100%, navigation transfer and display switches. Normal auto window heat on, pressurization mode selector auto, flight instruments, track 101, 101, altimeters 1018. Once flies 3 times, 680 feet, checked within 35 feet. Parking brake is on, and the start lever is cut off. Pre-flight checklist complete.
Oslo traffic passenger 6.
Outbound traffic, Polo Wings 52, 8 mile final, runway 01 left.
Alright, so we got our final load sheet, everything's loaded up. Our final reserve. Is 2.9er.
Traffic, notice 32 Alpha lining up runway 1 left.
Outbound traffic, Polo Wings 52, runway 01 left, vacated.
engine start. Oh.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set. Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
So, the before start checklist. Light dig door. Good point. Closed and locked. MTP V2154 heading 012 altitude 7,000 feet by the way.
Cardamom traffic hangar 8901 after the icing, taxi holding point 01 left by Alpha 1.
By the way, I did recalculate because I forgot to include air conditioning and anti-ice. So I did redo that, but the values stayed the exact same, so I don't know. That's, yeah. Takeoff speeds, V1, 148, 149, 154. CDR preflight completed. Rudder and aileron trim free and zero. Taxi and takeoff briefing completed. Anti-collision lights on. We are good to go. So, we're going to go ahead and push back. Question is, I have to admit. Yeah, okay, no, I remember.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed.
Cardamom traffic hangar 8901 lining up and taking off runway 01 Alpha 1.
So we will be standing by for engine start until pushback is complete and brakes are set.
Cardamom traffic hangar 8901 Airbus 01 left passing 1900.
Please set parking brakes.
Alright, it's running 2.
Cardamom traffic Nordic 272, stand by 15, push and start facing east.
Already cut out. Running 1. Third cut out.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Auto. Go do a flaps check.
Unlocking gear.
And we'll do the flight control check once we're done with de-icing, because we're going to do de-icing. Recall checked. Alright, flaps seem to be working. Go back to up. Before taxi checklist. Generators on, Profeed auto, anti-ice, engine anti-ice on, isolation valve, auto, engine start switches, auto, recall, checked, auto brake, RTO, engine start levers, auto detent, flight controls will hold, and ground equipment is clear.
Clear.
Taxi light on, parking brake release. Alright, so let's take a look if GSX can do this for us today. Indeed it can.
Gate 73 via Papa and Romeo.
So flaps need to be up. These thrust levers are idle. The trim is set for takeoff, which is checked. And we need to set the bleeds off. Of course, we would brief the cabin, letting them know what we're doing and what's going on. I'm going to skip that for now. So, engine bleeds off. And AP bleed needs to be off as well.
We begin treatment now and observe fluid type 1.
And that's ready to go.
I will call you back when ready.
Alright, so fluid spray is complete. So let's go ahead and do our after flow checks. We need to wait a minute until we can apply bleed. But in the meantime, we can do the flight control check. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right. Yep. We'll also go ahead and set flaps for takeoff now. And we're gonna do a run up, which we need to do when the outside air temperature is below 3 degrees Celsius and engine anti-ice is required, which it is, which is our case. We can apply bleed again. And we would request if we can do so here. Here would probably be not the most ideal place, but we're going to do it here anyways. So the run-up is 70% and 1 for approximately 30 seconds. Which is going to give us a takeoff, so we're going to go with full brakes.
10 miles.
And 30 seconds. I'm not sure why it started rolling. I had my brakes fully in. And that's 30 seconds.
5182. The uniform kilo Victor.
And I did flaps 2. We need to double check flaps 5, of course, for takeoff. So, after start check is continued, with the flight controls checked, and the ground equipment is clear. And I forgot to turn off the taxi light as well. Well, that's okay. Taxi light on. Parking brake release. And we'll get out of here. Alright, so we're gonna do the before takeoff checklist flaps. 5 green lights, stabilizer trim 5.6 units set. And we're good to go. Nobody's on the final approach. Got him on traffic, landing up runway 01 left. Cabin crew seats for departure. Lights. Camera. They will take off. Knots, just checked.
V1.
Rotate. Pause right, gears coming up. LNAV.
Gentlemen, traffic 771 Charlie is taxiing outside Juliet and Zulu. Then we'll make the left turn on Papa and follow Papa
Enough speed.
all the way around north.
That's last one. And flaps up.
Oslo traffic, KLM 36 X-ray, push and stop, send 41. Oslo traffic.
Traffic, Skyway 5182 on a 9-mile final localizer, runway 01 right.
Alright, after takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds on, packs auto, landing gear up and off, flaps up, no lights. After takeoff checklist complete.
Sorry, Nordic 532, 92, are you going to go into the De-Icing panel or are you just going to go straight out?
Alright guys, welcome back. We are now reaching the top of the descent here very shortly, and we're just flying over the Alps now, which is absolutely nice. That's looking pretty good. This is with T-Log 200 by the way. So yeah, that's looking really nice. Actually, I'm really enjoying that. So if we can hurry it up, maybe I can do a Quake session in the video of just showcasing the mountains. So let's go ahead and get started with the preparations. Recall checked. We're gonna quickly get some weather information in the most efficient way. Alright, 490, runway 4 is still in favor, temperature 13. 1003. Alright, so let's do the descent checklist. So, descent checklist. Pressurization landing altitude 0 feet set. Recall check. Auto brake level 3. Landing data VRAF 148 for flaps 30. Minimums 391 feet set. And approach briefing completed. So, we'll see you guys on the approach into Nice. Alright, landing checklist. Engine start switches, auto, speed brake, arm, landing gear down, 3 green, flaps 30, green light. Landing checklist complete. As per usual with MSFS, we're going to judge visually. We're not going to pay attention too much to the glide slope and not too much to the PAPIs. We're going to try to stay within it, but we know that MSFS is really buggy when it comes to that kind of stuff, so we're going to do our best here to stay as stable as possible, and hopefully turns into a good landing. Continue.
300. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
$60 knots. Manual braking. Reverse stowed. And some stutters, there we go. Come back. Alright, we can't request deboarding because this is apparently not a real stand, which is quite unfortunate. That's alright. So, parking checklist. Or sorry, shutdown checklist. Fuel pumps are off. Probe heat auto. Hydraulic panel set. Flaps up. Parking brake is set. Engine start levers cut off. And weather radar is off. Shutdown checklist is completed. Alright, so that is the end of the flight. Landing rate was 225, which is pretty decent. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. and I look forward to the next video. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful rest of the day, and peace.